So first, let's talk about the Atlantic article. Trump, of course, we know will say and do whatever it takes to win over support. The background, of course, to a lot of this, which isn't getting mentioned, is that he himself avoided military service by claiming he had bone spurs, but he has hugged the flag, claimed that he's one of the most patriotic people by doing performative things like, standing up and putting his hand on his heart during the national anthem. And now we find out what he really thinks about fallen soldiers. How did you, as a vet, respond to this article?
you know, um, Kind of like I am right now, a little bit lost for words, and that's unfortunate. Um, Myself, like so many other young Americans, volunteered to serve our country, and I did it very with a lot of pride and a lot of dignity, and it's a very big part of my life. Now, when I think about what he said in these multiple accounts, not just one, but multiple accounts, going back to the attacks on John McCain. Um, our veterans and our military service members need a commander in chief that they can rely on, that's going to go to bat for them, and that are going to fight for them. These are people who sign a dotted line. Politicians love to wear an American flag and take a picture with a veteran whenever they can. But the reality, and they like to talk about how our veterans write a blank check for this country. Well, this is just one more example of a president that has said one thing and his actions and words have done completely the opposite. I was on a Zoom call with over 50 veterans while that story broke, and I cannot tell you how much that affected the rest of the call,
Hmm.
and how much of a presence of just disbelief, disbelief. For most of us, I don't agree with George Bush on most of his policies, most of the reasons why he did things. But I will tell you one thing, that he did support troops. And he didn't do it with just a lapel pin, and he still does. And our soldiers and our active duty service members that are, across the country, across the world, they need to know that their commander in chief understands their sacrifice and understands what they're going through every single day, and understand that they are putting themselves in harm's way and doing things so difficult that he could never imagine it. And to think that he refused to go see the greatest generation, veterans from the greatest generation, people who left cities and towns and villages across America to defend democracy in Europe, because his hair would get messed up.
In the article, it seems as though he didn't really know much about history.